How you going, everybody? My name's Fred. I'm 47 years of age. I grew up in the south of Sydney in a place called Bexley, where, was very popular amongst my peers from a youngster all the way up to an adult. I played in every local Bexley side in rugby league, went to school at Bexley, worked at the Bexley McDonald's. Growing up, was a paper boy at the Bexley News Agency, milk boy at the Bexley. So I had a perfect start to life. Things were fantastic. Left school in 1987 as a 16-year-old, got myself an apprenticeship as an electrician, and things went from good to even better. By the age of 20, I found myself, I'd finished my apprenticeship. Life was great. I had a lot of my school friends, we were buddies. Things were really, really good. And until, I'd say probably about the age of 23, I made my first booboo. I made a bad mistake. I started, dabbling a little bit with gambling. I'd get paid on a Thursday and I'd go to the pub with the boys, and next thing I knew I was playing the poker machines, and before too long I'd found myself doing it nearly every day of the week. And, as everyone knows, you can't afford to do that on a normal wage. You lose your money almost immediately the first few days. That bad decision led to some more bad decisions. I started at 23 or 24 years old. I started looking for ways of making some fast money and some fast cash, and I turned to dope, started selling dope. This began a life of... Basically, I wasn't too concerned anymore about working on the tools. I found myself living a life as a bit of a outlaw type of gangster style of person in the area, thinking I was Mr. Big. Some years earlier, I'd known about God. I'd been to a few church groups, some fellowship groups at the Bexley North Anglican Church, and I'd learn about God, and I remember being really happy hearing about it. And, that's why as I was growing up, things were really good. When I found myself in this sort of lifestyle, selling dope, and I'd forgotten about all my roots, all my beginning. I'd thought that, this is a new person now that was didn't care about all those good values that I had. Before too long, I was on the gear. I was taking drugs. But, it got to a stage of my life where the law caught up with me. I got myself in trouble. I was arrested for the first time, landed in prison. And, it didn't stop there. I found myself in and out of prison from the age of 25 to 35. At the age of 31, I'd done my first big whack, which was a 5-year whack in jail. And that's where I was, it became like a family thing in jail. I met some of the outlaw bikies, and they became like brothers to me, and I made them a promise when I get out I would join up, and that's what I did. Joined up into the motorcycle clubs, and, I'd gone now from being a bit of a rat bag on the streets to now being involved in something that was a lot bigger. That life there was very, very daunting. You attracted the authorities at a drop of a hat. And, you got to be loyal to your brothers. Things were going on. There was wars going on. There were things going on every day. And I remember saying to myself, wow, I've gone in deep here. And I found myself on drugs nearly every day, and I was addicted, and I was lost. And, I remember the police, after arresting me 4 or 5 times in a month, saying, you really need to get some help. You need to find something, a program. I landed back in jail. And that's when one of the authorities said to me, they said, but for the first time ever, they reached out to me and said, would you like to participate in a program called the Drug Court? And I didn't know what it was, but, I had nothing else to try. I tried it. And, this is the reason why I'm here right at the moment. It was that link there with the Drug Court program that I graduated just recently, that there was a referral to attend the chaplaincy at St. Luke's at Liverpool, and that was the best thing I ever did. It really taught me some things about myself, the good things I learned as a kid, the behavioural things I learned about respect and being kind to yourself and to others, and forgiving and not being quick to anger, and to take your time with decisions. All those little things which mean a lot in life came back. And, through that program there, sorted, and I've been able to go to meet other people that way out of an evening and to connect with people that look exactly like me, look like they've been taking a few too many knocks in life. But, it's great to sit around with people like that and rediscover. Through these programs that I've been doing, I've learnt about the love of Jesus and the forgiveness that he's given me. First thing I do when I get out of bed now is I talk to God, and he's my strength. He's helped me. He's rebuilding those foundation in my life that a little bit like September 11 when that building come down. Brick by brick, he's putting my life back together, and he's reteaching me. A bit like the prodigal son. He ran away, and he's given me that chance again to come back. And I thank God. I thank everything around me that's helping me today. I want it to be. I put my hand up for this to be able to share. But if there's others out there that have life's been a little bit hard, don't give up. Just believe that God's real. He's proven himself. I've been able to write my first book and tell my story. And a lot of people have put their hand up to want to listen and ask me questions, and they've loved the book, and it's been an amazing read. But the thing about it's real. It ain't about my book. It ain't about me. It's about what God can do in a broken life. And I thank you guys for hearing my story today. I'm always at the St. Luke's. If you ever want to say g'day, I'm here. I'm always showing up and popping up. And if you ever want to know more, the chaplain here, Stu Woods, is a friend of mine. He's been really helpful in my life. And God's been good to both of us, and has helped us in our class. I've done the program sorted for the second year in a row. And it's helping me. That's how much I like it, because I love rediscovering those little quotes that I always take a photo of them on the wall, and I play them to my friends on Facebook, and they love them. We learn some things that, real things like nothing changes if nothing changes. Something like that didn't make sense to me, but it does now. And, other quotes there that are fantastic. And thank you very much. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but God's good. Put your trust in him, and honestly, get involved if you can in the programs. Thank you.